It's story time!
Welcome to Doc Laneau's Storytime. I am Doc Laneau. Today's story is part 4 of the Sippy Cup Shenanigans. Trouble in Cedar Grove. We meet the town's mayor today, Miss Dawn, and Mason Glitterman is up to his no good. What happens when Will witnesses an argument between Mason and Stanley? Listen up and find out. Now, let's get to the story. Now, part 4 of Sippy Cup Shenanigans. Trouble in Cedar Grove by Doc Laneau. Our town, Cedar Grove, is a small town. The town hall is managed by the mayor and a town clerk on a part-time basis. Miss Donna Ray is a retired teacher and only comes to town hall to volunteer as the town clerk a couple days a week to keep our records straight, organize town meetings, and run the office. The mayor, Miss Dawn, runs an accounting firm in Willow Creek during the week and comes in a couple of evenings a week to run meetings and perform her mayor duties at those times. She also comes in on Saturdays to do maintenance of town hall as needed. Many times, she has volunteers come and help her from the local town people to perform such tasks. On a Saturday afternoon, Will was heading to town to watch a football game at my bar. As Will parks his car, he notices that Miss Dawn was leaving the town hall and walking towards Stanley's hardware store. Then Mason Glitterman appears and starts to yell at Miss Dawn. Mayor Dawn, why does the town of Cedar Grove do not allow filming at the town counter during any transactions? Glitterman yells. This is our First Amendment right to expose government corruption. Miss Dawn, as always, ignores Mason and his foolishness. She sees Will and asks, Will, can you help me for a few moments? I just need an extra pair of hands. Before Will could answer, Mason stops his yelling at the mayor and started to slow his pace, creating a little more space between him and Miss Dawn. Yes, Miss Dawn. I was heading to Doc's place for the game, but the kickoff is in 30 minutes. I can help you. What do you need? Just help me carry some light bulbs back. I have to replace some, and we are out. Miss Dawn gets a little closer and quietly adds, Also, Mason will leave me alone if a man walks with me. He is a big wimp. Will smiles. He understands completely. They enter Stanley's hardware. Hello, Miss Dawn. How are things at the town hall today? Stanley asks. Some Saturday maintenance and cleanup. I need some light bulbs. Yes, ma'am. Will, what is in your sippy cup today? Stanley asked sternly. Nothing yet, Mr. Stanley. Will, I don't want any of your Sippy Cup Shenanigans while you're in my store. Now, Stanley, you know Will is not a troublemaker. He is here to help me carry some things back to the town hall. Come on, Will, grab a basket and let's get those bulbs. Stanley then sees Mason fiddling outside his store. Mason, I told you to leave my customers alone. Stanley, I am here trying to expose the corruption of that tyrant. Mason, you know Will is not a tyrant. Not Will, you idiot! That mayor. Miss Dawn is a sweet lady. If it's not for her and Donna Renee, this town would have fell apart. Still, I want her to be accountable to me. Mason, you live in Willow Creek. She does not need to report anything to you. Go try to fix the problems in your city before worrying about your town. Stanley starts walking out of his store. Miss Dawn's smile vanishes. Her eyes widen. Will puts the basket down and hands his lucky sippy cup to Miss Dawn. Will steps out to the store where the other two men were arguing and steps in between them. Stanley! Don't let Mason worry you while he cosplays as Jimmy Olsen. He will leave as soon as Miss Dawn is done in your store. Stanley took a deep breath. You are right, Will. Stanley turns around and starts to head into the store when Will feels a burning sensation in his eyes. He hears Mason running away and yelling, Photography is not a crime! Photography is not a crime! Will feels someone grabbing his arm and starts pulling him. Will, come into the store. Will hears Stanley say to him, That idiot just pepper sprayed you. Stanley assists Will to the store and he feels cold water running over his eyes. Stanley has been with the volunteer fire department and is a first responder. He has treated people who Deputy Frank had to use pepper spray on. Stanley has this ability to stay calm in emergencies. The calmness and level-headedness tends to make others relax. After a minute or two, Will's eyes starts to feel better. He looks at Stanley. Thank you, Stanley. How are you feeling? Stanley asks. Better. Great. That would be $1.25 for the bottle of water. Did I mention that Stanley is a cheap SOB? The end. Thank you for watching. If you have short stories, poems, or music that you would like featured in this channel, please email them to j.laneau.stories@gmail.com. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Click on the icon to the left for a previous episode. Click on the icon to the right to subscribe. And as always, until next time, take care of yourself.